I thought you were supposed to have coffee or something, Christoph.
Last time I
You
messed
came
up.
unprepared.
Yeah, last time he was too jittery by that.
Last time I had a whole Red Bull and I fucking hated it. Like I was in the back, like I need to drink water to dilute all this because I feel like shit.
I'll say it, you hated it last time.
It was bad.
It was bad.
Well, I got an idea for a name of the podcast.
What's the name?
Off-roadish.
Off-roadish.
I got
It's
a
not-
poopish in my pants-ish.
Off-roadish.
That's a good introduction, isn't it?
What? That's
But
where
yeah,
that comes in.
off-roadish.
What the fuck
It's
you
like-
talking about?
It's kind of off-road,
Yeah.
Ish.
but we ain't experts.
No.
Depends on who you ask.
So I'm definitely not.
Yeah.
I'm on the other spectrum.
I mean, that's the best I've came up with over 3 weeks. 4 weeks, actually, because we missed last week.
Yep. I kind of feel
Yep.
bad that I haven't really thought of a name. I've just left that up to you.
I would say
Have you
welcome.
thought of anything?
No.
No.
No. I would say welcome to podcast 2, but obviously I was left out of 2.
Yep, he was. But hey, we have Nate back this week.
We do have Nate back.
Yep.
That's
And
exciting.
obviously Chris and Marty are here. Chris was late.
Yeah, per usual.
Actually, you know what? If we look back at my track record, and you would agree that I'm pretty early all the time. When we do like outings or we go anywhere.
Okay,
I was
I
saying
was-
there has to be a stipulation on that.
Yeah.
Any
but-
normal day, it's 9:10
It's-
before you
yeah, I would
show
say
up.
it's 9:07. If it's past 9:07, I'm getting a text saying I'm 7 minutes late.
And then you're 7 more minutes late.
yeah.
So then
But-
it's 9:15.
Yeah.
I pride myself on showing up early, except for today, which I didn't know that I can't drop them off earlier than 7:30.
What, the kids?
So I was stuck. Yeah. I was like, well, shit.
What do you do?
The
Yeah.
text would have been nice. You kind of scared us.
And
Then you decided just to go right for the jugular and, hey, what's up, guys? Like you didn't know what was happening this morning.
I tried to sound like I was still sleeping when you called, and I was like, what, bro? We don't open till 9.
Yeah, it was. You honestly had me going.
And you're like, are you kidding me?
You had me
I'm
going.
like, I'm joking. I'm right here.
Yeah,
Fucker.
I was. I was not happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we typically do these in the mornings, once a week. But obviously last week we decided just to skip a week. I don't
Play
know.
hooky.
I was gonna say there wasn't really a good day last week to do it. We all had stuff going on, and so that's the thing with this is we're not really super planned. Obviously, we don't even have a name yet, so
We're just throwing stuff out there, I guess. That's all we're doing.
Yeah.
Welcome to Off-Roadish.
welcome to Off-Roadish.
It's more informative, really, than anything else.
Well, so what do we got on the topic list today? We've got this was a good one that we've talked about for a while. Vehicles that we wish we had here in the U.S. That's one that we've been talking about doing for a little while now.
I got a list.
A list?
A list.
Shoot, I picked
list.
one.
I picked one.
I got a list. And some
Wow.
of them have...
Hold on, cars and trucks? Trucks.
Trucks-ish and cars-ish, kind of, sort of.
Off-roadish. What else we got? We got major design flaws. That's already first thing that comes to my mind. I already know. And then we're gonna talk about Chris's SUV search, which possibly might be a van now, from what I'm hearing.
Oh, dope.
Where
Yeah.
she's itching for a van after we took that van out to Utah. We love the space. There's a fuck ton of space.
Who gets to
It's
drive the
crazy.
van? Either you...
Not me.
Yeah, you drive the van. 'Cause
Unless I
if-
fucking slam that thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you drive it here one day, it is getting slammed.
Yeah.
Slammed
Yeah.
harder than your ex-girlfriend.
What do you guys got planned for that week that we're off?
Ooh, what do you got planned?
I don't know. Work?
Where?
I don't know. Do other
We're
stuff?
off here. I was like, where are you
Yeah.
working?
I don't know. Fix generators. That's what I used to do.
You
So-
going anywhere?
Yeah, I'm going on that Alpine Loop trip.
Colorado. That's right.
Yep. Gonna do that for the whole week.
What trail are you doing? Alpine?
So the main thing that I'm doing is Alpine Loop, which is Engineer Pass and Cinnamon Pass.
Yeah.
But that's like a 1 day thing. Like I don't see it taking longer than 1 day, but I am gonna try and like camp out there on the trails and everything, like do a kind of dispersed camping thing.
And you're taking your Ford, right?
Yep, taking the Ford.
That is nuts.
It's
Speaking about taking the Ford, We got a lot of stuff to put on your truck before you go.
Yeah, that's what. Yesterday, we got everything in for it. Like, let's see. I got the rack for the bed.
Who's the rack from, by the
Do
way?
I not have to worry about
what's the
checking
rack?
this stuff?
You still gotta check it.
Damn it.
Let's see. The rack is Overland Vehicle Systems. That just came in yesterday. I got the rooftop tent. That's the Skyridge body armor one.
Yeah, yeah.
Or Skyridge. I don't know if it's its own brand, but it's owned by
Body
Armor. So we got that for the Comanche a year ago.
And never been used.
It's never been used. It's
Never
still
been
sitting in
opened.
the box. And since we don't have the Comanche back yet, we're gonna put it on my truck.
Yep.
And then
What's that awning?
Yep, the big thing, the awning. Got an Overland Vehicle Systems 270-degree awning.
That'll
thing,
be sweet.
You guys haven't seen it in person yet, but when Matt and I went down to Texas and saw this, I had to have one.
Yeah.
Like, it is insane how big this awning is. It literally covers half of the truck. And not like half, like one side. Like, it covers one whole side of the truck and the back.
See, that's nice.
What does it do? Just shade and rain protection?
Yeah. Just
your
something,
shit
yeah, I
dry.
would say something to
How far out
sit
does
under.
it go?
Pretty far.
Yeah.
I mean, it's. I don't know the exact dimensions. I mean, we'll
Like
know once I get it on here. But
5 or 6 feet from the truck.
it's probably at least 5 feet.
At least 5 feet.
At least 5 feet. Because, like, Matt and I could both. So, when we were there in Texas, we could both sit under that tent with the owner of the company and talk to him. And
Really?
then there was, like, a group of other people around, too. So.
Matt fit under there?
Oh, yeah. Walked right under there. And that was on a
It's a giant.
Raptor that wasn't even lifted. The
So-
rack
oh,
was
yeah,
at
I
full
forgot,
height.
yeah.
And it was on a Raptor that wasn't even lifted, and so mine's gonna sit even higher.
Yeah, you're going to have a big ass awning. Or it's going to be really tall.
Yeah. Well, the rack's only at mid height, and so we're gonna keep it down a little bit lower.
What all are you bringing out there? The awning, the tent.
Awning, tent, that rough country cooler came in.
Yep.
I am gonna use that, and so I think I'll still have another cooler, but
I would say they're
Well, that thing works like a
Little
as
space.
a freezer too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yep.
But it's got a battery saver on it though, so like if you got to
You plug it in, then you can take it out. And how long does the battery last?
Well, no, the battery saver. So if you plug it into your car
Yeah.
and it starts using all the juice, and it'll sense before it won't let you restart
Oh,
because there's
gotcha.
not enough battery left.
So it needs to
it'll
be
shut
plugged in.
off.
yeah,
Yeah, it'll shut
it
off
has to
the
stay
cooler.
plugged in.
Gotcha. I didn't know if it was like you charge it in the
Yeah.
car and then you can take it out and it'll still you
No,
can turn it
it's-
on
It'd be
and off.
that'd be pretty heavy, I think, if you
Yeah.
did that. But good
But,
idea.
Yeah, and then since it takes power from the vehicle and it's gonna sit overnight without the vehicle being on, I'm taking a jump pack, like one of those small ones.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Just in case. And then what else am I taking? Compressor, obviously, portable compressor, because I gotta be able to air down on the trails and then get back on the highway. And so I'm taking a portable compressor with me,
Air down kit too.
the air down kit. So I think I'm just gonna use the rough country one.
Yeah.
Looks like it's pretty decent. Pretty impressed with it. The compressor, I think I'm gonna take the Bulldog. So
The one that you just put on your battery terminals.
yeah, Matt and I have used that one before for his Jeep. So yeah, that's the basics, obviously, and then my truck. And so, but that's just like the basics. There's obviously a lot of other stuff that's gonna come
Let's
with
get
too.
back to the
but,
important stuff. Food. How are you gonna do for food? Are you bringing anything to cook it on, or
yeah. So I've got.
you're gonna be camping out
Hold
there,
on,
right?
okay.
Or you're gonna be driving a trail and then going back to the city, sleeping in
No,
the city,
I'm-
and coming back.
Camping, dispersed camping. So like I literally have no power supply or anything. Like I am on my own.
Now you can't have a fire in Colorado yet, can you? Like out in the woods.
So you can't
Or
have an
control
open
one.
flame. However,
like a
propane
campfire
grills
are fine.
are fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
So like a
propane-
Coleman little grill
Yeah,
thing.
and that's what I'm gonna take. I've got
Just
a
no
Coleman
charcoal.
one.
Just
no
no
charcoal.
like charcoal or
Yep.
okay.
It has
that's
to
what
be.
I'm
It has to
saying.
have a shut off.
I get why they do that, but come on.
I know. Not having the fire is kind of the part that is like, oh man, that sucks. But I get it. Last year with all the wildfires that they had out there, like you can't take that risk again.
No.
And so, but as far as food goes, like I'm gonna not take a ton. Like I'm gonna take some partially, like almost fully cooked ground beef and just warm it up on there.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, that, eggs, bacon, sausage. Because honestly, I could eat breakfast for all 3 meals. But yeah, ground beef just to make some burgers. But I'm only planning on being out there for 3 days, so I don't need a ton of work. And then just for snacks throughout the day or meals throughout the day, I'm just going to bring like lunch meat and cheese and sandwiches and just do that.
No fruit or veggies or anything. no fruit or veggies.
No.
You're on vacation.
Yeah.
Why you gotta eat all that? That's a 9 to 5. That's a normal work week.
There will probably be more like food on the side. It'll probably be more snack food so that I don't take up as much cooler space. Because I want to have as much cooler space as possible for drinks.
Gotcha.
And so, but that's why I'm thinking I might bring like another small cooler just in case I need more space. But I'm not taking any food out there because we're going to Kayla's aunt and uncle's first.
I got a bunch of beef jerky I'll give you.
Ooh, beef jerky. That's one that I was definitely going to have in that.
Well, you want to know how it was made?
Do I want to know how it was made?
I want to know. He hasn't looked to him.
Cooked the roast, not me. Left it in there for a little too long. Turned into beef jerky, basically.
That is not the beef jerky that I'm taking.
I didn't try it, but it was still outside this morning. I left it out there for like the raccoons.
Oh, jeez.
It was still there.
They didn't even want it. They didn't even want it.
Hey, bro, give me some.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
You just got to go cut it off in the backyard. cut you off a piece.
Well, last time we talked about where we'd go.
Yeah.
As far as like, I know you do a decent amount of camping yourself, but you were thinking about getting into overlanding when you had your truck. Like,
unfortunately, I don't.
What would you guys have to have for a trip?
Well, basic things, I guess. A rack, an overland rack of some sort. So I can either like hang my spare tire up there because I had 37s, or
that's one. Yeah.
Mount it somewhere because if you're out on the trail, middle of nowhere, how are you gonna?
Yeah.
You're screwed without a.
That's one that I
full size spare.
Don't know how I'm gonna carry yet.
What?
The spare.
Oh.
I don't know how I'm gonna carry that because that rack is not rated for that.
That heavy? Oh shit.
The DB8 one's the only one. No, well, I don't think it's gonna be full. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna happen yet. I might just take a spare tire, but not a spare wheel, because I can at least limp it off the trail.
Well,
if I blow one, unless I shred the tire. But
well, I mean,
I doubt I'll shred the tire going 10 mile an hour.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd at least take a tire because trying to find a 37 out there, I'm sure, is damn near impossible. I'm sure someone can mount and balance it at least, or just mount the damn thing.
Yep.
So.
But, yeah, let's break that up. Like, what do you need for your truck, and what do you need for yourself?
Okay, like 3 things a piece, major things.
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
I definitely think a tent is number one.
Tent's number one.
Something to cook on, like a fire pit, like a 2-in-1 thing. But again, you can't have open flames in certain places. Just Colorado.
Well,
about,
pretty much
Utah,
all of
Arizona?
Colorado. I don't know about down there.
Like, because last time we talked about this, I said I would go to Australia.
That'd be
trails.
sweet.
Yeah.
That's hard.
I went outside of the US.
That's hardcore overlanding out in the middle.
That's
of
like middle of
absolutely
nowhere.
So there, tent, fire pit.
And everything's gonna try to kill you.
That's what I said. See, yeah, I remember
He did
hearing
say
that.
that. He
Like,
did say
everything
that.
out there is trying to kill you.
Yep.
Like seriously, that little bug on the ground, yeah, it could probably kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but recovery ramps, like those ones that we have here for the
That
Jeeps.
one. So I am taking those too.
Yeah.
But Matt had a good point. He's like, if you're on overland trails, you should almost never need those. Like, it's when you get into the hard stuff, and most overlanders won't do that unless they have a rig capable of crawling, which a lot of overlanders do not.
I would still take them anyways, just for the hell of it.
They look cool.
They look cool.
You
Yeah.
Just put them on the side.
Oh, so that's what I'm
Put 'em on
doing.
the
I'm
rack.
putting them on the rack, and they probably won't ever leave from there, but it'll look cool.
It'll look cool.
Yeah.
So, all right, I think rack's big thing. We can all agree tent.
Yep.
And then I guess if you want to say the fire thing or like something to cook on is more for yourself, obviously. But for truck stuff, I think spare tire, rack, and tent are the big
Portable compressors.
big 3. A spare tire with a wheel.
The thing is, you can at least limp to a gas station if you're overlanding. Like once you get off trail and onto the highway, you'll probably be able to find something.
Right.
And so.
High lift jack.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But it depends on the vehicle. Like my truck, I don't have anywhere that I could use it on.
I mean,
I have
you
nowhere
can
that
always
I
get
could use it on.
creative.
Yeah, you could get creative, but I'm just saying, like, I don't have anywhere that I'd easily be able to use it on.
No.
I would rather use, like, a janky jack from the factory.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Oof.
I know.
Oof.
But I mean, I guess I'm on the more practical side of overlanding. Like, I need good tires.
Yeah.
Like, that's a necessity, because if you got those factory street tires, those are not going to perform well at all off-road, and they puncture easily.
Yeah, you get a sharp rock or something, especially up around there. Yeah,
Yep.
you're done.
Yep. So tires were mine, and then some sort of like skid plate. Like there's some areas that you get into where you're rubbing that oil pan,
Yeah.
cross member or whatever. Like you're rubbing on it, and then. So I don't know. I figured that was probably a pretty decent one. I don't have one on my truck.
So, do they make full like
So-
all the
so
way
that-
to the
that-
rear skid plate?
This is good conversation because you have people always ask, every once in a while, you have someone ask if someone makes just skid plates.
Freaking nobody.
Nobody makes just it unless
not a big
it's a Toyota.
Even
Then it's hit and miss.
You
Even
have to
but
make your own. Then you have to weld it on there
a
yourself.
lot of times.
basically, yeah, you gotta
Toyotas
cut it.
Toyotas are about the only ones that I've ever seen somebody really make skid plates.
Something.
Is it what, just sheet metal, or is it a specific type of metal that actually protects against those hard hitting
It
rocks?
depends.
Depends on who's making it.
I mean, yeah, I've seen aluminum ones. I've
I've
seen.
seen 3/16 steel ones.
Yeah. Yep.
Some freaking bulky ones. They're heavy as hell.
Yep, and I've seen ones that look like sheet metal that wouldn't do shit. So,
Like Matt and I's BMW one.
like that.
Yeah,
Like
that was that. Did you guys ever hear about how we made that skid plate?
Nope.
We just took a solid piece of steel, cut it to where we thought it would work. Never held it up there once.
That's the way to do it.
Yep, never held it up to the bottom of the car.
Why test fit anything? Just
Yep. Originally,
Right.
we set it on the table in the back, and we clamped it down to the table, and walked out on it to try and bend it.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, didn't work. So then we started like we cut a hole in one side, ratchet strapped it to the other side of the table underneath, and kept cranking on it until it would bend. Barely bent. And then finally, Matt had the genius idea of using the forklift with it. And we bent the plate with the forks of the forklift, and it was pressed against the wall. And it bent it perfect first try.
You could have cut out a lot of that fuckery by just using the torch.
Yeah, we probably could have.
heating it up and then
Yeah, we probably
I
could
mean,
have.
it's,
Yeah.
you could have spent 5 minutes heating it up and it just would have bent however you want.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not how you do a gambler.
I,
And that
okay.
skid plate took a beating. I've never seen another one take a beating like that. No.
How did you get it on there? How did you attach it? Did you just like self-tap it into the sheet metal? Yes, that's what you did, didn't it? Oh,
Actually,
I called it. I
the
called
bottom
it.
side was, or the front of it was attached to the bottom side of the radiator.
That's smart.
There was 3 holes.
So when you hit something, it moves the radiator. That's
Correct.
perfect. Okay.
There was
That's what you
3
want.
holes that were on the bottom of the radiator that we could see the other side of them, so they weren't inside the radiator. So we attached it to that, and then on the back side, we attached it to the subframe, and just drilled right up into it.
Drilled into the subframe.
Yep. Yep.
You didn't bother taking out a bolt that was already there. You just decided
There
to
wasn't
drill
any
it.
right there.
Zip.
No.
right in there.
No.
I like it.
It was pretty sweet.
Fucking
It held
gambler,
up.
dude.
Why
It
don't-
held up.
Why don't we? That's $1 million idea right there. Let's just start making BMW skid plates just like that. Drill it into the radiator.
That
and
car's
into the
still
subframe.
around too.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Kid was driving it up until like probably a year ago, and then he swapped the motor into a different E30.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm. So I kind of want to just buy the body back just so that we could see our engineering in person.
Yeah. Okay. What are you
Yeah.
gonna do? Put it in the corner and look at it?
Probably. What are you bringing for yourself?
I
Like,
have a lot of items. I have a first aid kit, fire extinguisher,
First aid kit, don't be a bitch.
I was gonna say,
GPS
I haven't
emergency,
even thought about that yet.
water containers, gas containers, winch, food, kitchen setup, and something to shower with. The river.
I was gonna say.
Soap, essentially.
Yeah.
A lot of
You
little,
pretty
lot
much
of
just
little
covered
items.
everything in one thing.
Yeah, kind of,
That's for
sort of.
myself.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, the containers of water are nice, but the big 20, 30-gallon ones that you can put on the side of the rack and put air pressure to, you make yourself a little shower. They got shower heads for them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm bringing. Because then it's black, so in the daytime it heats it up, so you got a
Ooh.
decent shower. Nice and warm.
Hmm.
Not too bad.
Didn't think of that.
That's
I
why
like that idea.
That's why it's black. Have you ever seen a white container
Yes.
Yes. But they use it
on
like,
the side of the Overland rack?
No.
Exactly. They're all black. Why?
That makes sense.
It makes sense.
It makes sense.
It makes sense.
Didn't even think about that.
Smart.
Hmm.
Smart.
I was gonna ask, are you bringing a GPS thing out there, like a phone thing that you can call if you something fucking happens? There's a
No.
fucking grizzly bear in front of me. I can't get out.
Just
No.
run it over.
That's a well-populated area. Like,
Do you
if
have
something
service out there? Or people will be
hit
around?
and miss, but there's enough people that go on those passes. Like, I'm not bringing anything emergency wise, but GPS, like, I'm just downloading maps and I have it on my phone, and so I think that'll do just fine. But it, like I said, it's well populated, so who knows? I might get out there and meet up with a group or something and like just roll with them.
Ford group. That'd be
It
crazy.
won't be a Ford group. Nobody does that unless it's a
So
Ranger.
everyone's gonna look at you like, I don't want to ride with this
Yeah,
guy.
they're
He
gonna be
doesn't
like,
know
"What's
what
this
the fuck
full
he's
size
doing."
truck doing out here?" This dude thinks he can wheel. Yeah. No. One vehicle. So we're doing research about vehicles that we didn't want in the U.S. over the last few weeks, and one vehicle that kept popping up to me was the Nissan Navara.
Tell me a little bit about that because I didn't
Over-
see too
it
much
is-
about it.
I didn't either. It took me a while to find this one, but as I found it, the more and more I read, the more and more I liked it. It's essentially mid-size, like a Ranger, like, because it overseas, whatever, they do a lot more of those mid-size.
It comes in a diesel overseas too.
It can. It
Can.
can. Twin turbo diesel. Yeah. It's like a 2.3 liter twin turbo diesel.
Twins are always better.
Twins are always better. So yeah,
Look at your face.
are we just gonna we're just disregarding it?
I don't know what to do.
Moving on.
Anyways, yeah, the Navarro, like, it either comes with diesel or the puny little engine. It can come front wheel drive or all wheel drive. At least I couldn't find a specific answer if it was selectable. It's got to be selectable four wheel drive because it's got a low range transfer case, so it's got to be selectable.
Yeah, it can't be all wheel drive.
Yeah. But like some of the key features, it's got an e-locker in the rear, just like my truck does.
Yeah.
Which is nice, especially for off-roading.
Yeah.
It's got the low-range transfer case. And the cool part that you couldn't find in another midsize, it is a coil spring rear.
Really?
Yep.
Four link to everything.
Yep.
Just like a Dodge.
It is a multi-link suspension.
Huh.
I was very impressed with that. I was watching a couple videos the other night about like testing the different vehicles overseas that aren't available here, like the Volkswagen Amarok.
Yeah.
This one, the Ranger Wild Track Edition. You ever heard of that?
No.
Pretty sweet. There's a Mitsubishi Endeavor maybe truck. Seemed to do all right. There's a few other ones, but they compared them all against this, and this was the only one that had coil spring rear. I was like, whew, that is a selling point to me because
Where did they
ride
sell this
quality.
one at? Yeah, because I know a lot of them gave you description.
Australia.
Like where it was at. Yeah, because there's like rough,
Yeah,
tough
I know
places.
Australia. I would assume being Nissan, it's obviously got to be like Japan area.
Yeah,
But
I saw a lot like
this
in
was like
Egypt
set
and
up for
India.
overlanding.
Yeah,
They like majority of those trucks are like overland style. Like they're meant for the desert. They've all got like cargo rails on them, like the typical Utes.
just
Like
standard.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
That's
So
pretty sweet.
So, since we were kind of talking about, we were talking about Overlanding.
If you say the Volkswagen Amarok,
No. Got something better. So, and I had to screenshot this because you wouldn't believe me. So it's called a Volkswagen California /Transporter. Okay. Now, it is not sold in the U.S., but they still call it a California. Don't ask me why. But remember the old Volkswagen camper vans?
The old Volkswagen camper van, like the Vanagons?
Yep, with the pop-up and everything.
Okay.
They make them. Brand new.
Okay.
They make them brand new.
Where?
Yeah, where is this at?
It's and the transporter is even sold in Mexico. I couldn't really find where. I think
really
basically everywhere else but here. That's kind of how everything is.
That's what the Navarro is too. It's sold everywhere but here, and it was supposed to come here, but instead of coming here, they just revamped the Frontier. So the new Frontier is a completely different platform than the Navarro that they already have.
Just like the Hilux.
Just like the Hilux.
Just like the Hilux.
I saw, yeah.
And I'm so disappointed that we cannot have a Hilux here with a diesel motor.
Is there a reason why?
I don't know.
Maybe
Just because
emissions.
no, I don't want it.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
I mean, diesel burns cleaner than gas any day. So
You can
I don't-
ship them here though, can't you? Didn't that one dude whistling diesel bring one out here?
No, that's an old Hilux.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
past the
newer ones.
year range.
Yeah, what is it? 20 years,
25 maybe.
something like that. Yeah, them older Hilux. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh,
But,
yeah, that's right. It has to be past a certain
Yeah.
yeah,
time, and then you can bring them in.
yeah, you can import them.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Land Rover Defender.
Saw that one too. Yeah.
Now they
OG
do
the
have
OG one?
Yeah. Now they have new ones they're selling here now.
Did you see their two-door? The new ones? They
No.
can come in a two-door.
Really?
Yeah. They're trying to compete with the Bronco.
I don't know. Mark Deegan was showing me all about
Yeah,
it.
there's multiple two-door ones that I've seen around town.
No joke.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It's pretty sweet.
OG Defender though.
OG, I can get behind that.
OG Defender.
What year range is that?
Like 93 to 98.
Okay.
93 to 98. So, so they did have them here, but only with the unreliable, I think it's a 3.9 V8.
They didn't come with that V6 option?
No. So the diesel is the one that you wanted.
Okay.
And no one,
I can-
and they didn't import them.
Okay.
Only the V8s, which are they're prone to breaking down and stuff like that, unreliable. So it didn't last year. So
Fair enough. Damn, you really do have a list.
yep, Ford Ranger, the 3rd gen, with the diesel motor. Drop my phone.
Are we getting it?
I don't know.
I guess I haven't really looked that far into it, but
Now,
I thought we were getting that.
I don't know. That one, 2.5 turbo,
I will say, look up the Wild Track Ford Ranger.
Wild Track Ford Ranger.
Yeah, it is sweet. Like, that was one that they were going up against in a couple of videos that I was watching on the Navarro. Was that one?
Wild Track Ford Ranger. Images.
I guess you don't even know what a Navarro looks like.
Does it come with it comes with a snorkel? Or is that
Ooh,
just
I
a
don't know if
picture?
it comes with it, but it definitely could.
What's different? Is it like a
You know, the Wild Track Bronco
okay?
is like their big off-road package one.
I thought they had like the Raptor.
That's pretty decent.
It looks
Yeah.
cool though.
The Navarro's pretty decent. And
Oh,
they make a Pro 4X a Pro 4X package one. Pretty solid. But does not come with the diesel.
See?
What'd you pick?
I'm off in the Nissan world. A Nissan Patrol.
Yes.
Yep.
And
Yes.
that
Yep.
fucker was, for me anyways, having kids and the space that I need, like that would be the perfect
Two-door patrol, baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
one. Now, that thing was fucking
That would be
sick.
sweet. That would be sweet. And you've seen them at all types of truck things, car things. Like,
Yeah.
you see fast ones, you see lifted ones. All right, so let's get back into it. Chris just asked, what are lockers? Which, in his
on there
defense,
too, E-locker rear, what the fuck?
in Chris's defense, he hasn't been in the industry long enough to know the difference between these, or even what they are. You're gonna learn today, son.
Yep.
I'm gonna learn. Like I said, I'm gonna learn a lot here because there's in every podcast I'm gonna be like, I don't even know what that is, so I'm just gonna ask you guys, what the fuck is it?
So to understand what a locker is, just going to go into a little detail. I'm not going to really get into it because I could bore you
I'll
guys
say
to
we
death
could
for
literally
an hour.
we could talk about this for hours.
Yeah.
Give me
okay.
the gist.
Let's give
the
generic overview.
just a synopsis. Okay. So basically, what it is when you have a 4-wheel drive vehicle, okay, and you have it in 4-wheel drive.
No. Let's just, because some of these lockers are rear lockers only. So let's just talk about one axle.
Okay.
How an axle works when we're not locked versus locked.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about that. So when you're driving down the road and you're in 2-wheel drive, okay, in your truck. Let's just say you're driving a truck. Only one wheel is spinning. Not both of them. As far as the power going to the ground.
What?
Do you understand?
Well,
there's only power going to one wheel.
You know how when I do burnouts in my truck,
And only one wheel.
one wheel
Mm-hmm.
spins?
Okay. Now what that locker does is locks basically the spider gears together so both sides spin. Now the reason why only one side spins, or you don't want it locked together, like especially when you're driving around town and turning on concrete and stuff like that, when you turn, your inside wheel actually spins slower than the outside wheel, so it'll bind up. Okay, so there's different types of lockers too.
But if you're locked trying to go around a corner, it's going to chirp that inside tire because it's rotating more than it needs to
The
get around
angle's
that corner.
different than the other.
Exactly, because
Yeah.
it's trying to spin faster
Yep.
when you're going around the corner.
Yep.
So that's why a lot of these, like,
So the different types of lockers, you've got Lunchbox, Detroit,
True Track.
True Track, E-lockers, which are electric
themselves.
controlled. No, you essentially hit a button and lock it.
So yeah, like the
And
Detroit.
then ARBs.
Yeah, so like the Detroit, the True Track, Lunchbox, that sort of thing. There's no way to really control it.
No.
Manually.
It
I guess you would say.
should work in a way of, if this wheel senses resistance, this wheel will also spin. Or if this wheel's spinning and this one has resistance, it's going to lock it into place. But because of that, you get a lot of noise that comes out of the rear end.
Especially the
those.
Detroits.
The Detroit, when it bangs into gear, it bangs into gear. Like, it sounds like something just broke.
Yeah.
The Lunchbox is a really clanky one, and driving around town, like, you would hate it to daily drive it.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who do it. I give you props.
So you can buy
That's
these custom lockers then, is that what I'm
Yeah,
getting?
well, they're
not necessarily
ARB,
custom, but
Lunchbox,
they're-
you can swap them out then?
Yeah,
Like I
like
want
my
this
truck.
one.
My truck has an E-locker in the rear. I hit a button, it locks the rear end.
Yep. That's
So like
basically
the
what it
dials
is.
that they have, 2-wheel, 4-wheel high,
No,
4-wheel
that's just
low.
that's for locking it in 4-wheel drive. That's a different thing. We're talking about the axle in itself, where the gears
That's its
are.
own mechanism.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
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 Now Eaton does have, so a lot of these operate by clutch packs in the back and by the pressure back there. But Eaton's got one that is like a worm gear style almost, that doesn't use clutch packs, and it's really
You're
big
gonna have to
around pound.
explain worm gear.
Another time, because I'll just get really into it. Because when I start my story,
Yep.
I can't stop.
Yep.
So let's just move on.
Yeah.
Like the
But
E-locker,
essentially, it's just
yeah.
it's a way to lock the rear end so that both rear tires are spinning at the same time. Most vehicles you can get front and rear lockers so that all four spin when you engage 4-wheel drive. But like, for example, my truck and like the Navarro, it's just an E-locker in the rear, so you're locking that rear axle.
So the
And
E-locker is electronically controlled to
Yeah.
lock it into place.
The
air-
ARBs are
air
air
lock.
controlled,
Yep.
and so that's
uses
like your
air
high
pressure.
end, like holy crap.
Yeah.
But holy crap, they are. That's what Matt has in the LJ.
Gotcha. Because
Yeah.
here I hear a lot of to check if the locks are frozen. What does that
No,
mean?
that's cam
necessarily?
locks.
Oh,
Totally different.
Different.
Totally different.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
part of lower control arms on Nissans and Toyotas.
That's for the alignment of the vehicle.
Gotcha.
Yep, totally different. But which, I mean, now that we talk about cam locks in a Toyota, design flaws, because that's a big one. That is a big
That
one.
was a good segue without.
That was a
meaning to do
really
it.
good segue without actually meaning to do it. And
That
so
was pretty good.
That's one that we just. I don't even want to talk about the Tacoma one. That just gets my blood burning.
Yeah, it's a metal bolt, mild steel. I don't know. I think it's mild steel, to be honest with you. I don't know what grade it is. Could be grade 5, grade 8. I don't know. But it goes inside a mild steel sleeve in the Tacoma, and then that mild steel sleeve goes in another mild steel sleeve that has a bushing around it, and you can't get the cocksuckers apart after 30,000 miles and 2 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You got to cut them out.
Mm-hmm. Like, fine. If you live on the coast, if you live down south, which, I shouldn't say on the coast because salt water.
Yeah.
But most places down south, you do not have this issue. But anywhere here,
You're screwed.
yeah,
You could drive down the
it's
street.
50-50.
You could put 100 miles on it in one winter and park it.
That thing
And
could
it'll
show
still
up to
rust.
the dealership in the winter, and they will be frozen.
Yep. Nothing to do.
Yeah,
Cut 'em out.
it is
Just cut 'em out.
straight to jail.
I was thinking the same thing. Straight to jail.
Yep. No, that's one that, like I said,
That's a big one.
I don't even want to get into that one because that one's just.
Tundras,
But it's the way it's always
Tacomas,
been.
Nissan.
It won't change. It's the way it's always been.
Change
They
your
won't.
lower control arms.
They won't. They won't do it. They never will.
Maybe
It's
if they
working
listen
for
to
them.
me.
Yeah.
They need to listen to me.
What'd you find? What'd you guys find? I got a couple that I found.
I mean, we all can touch on the upper control arms of the Chevys, especially the new ones.
Yep. Which, to be completely honest, I tried to do a bunch of research on it. There are people who are having issues, but I do not see anything about it.
Our experience, though, brand new Chevys, brand new, have 10,000 miles on them. Put a lift kit on it. I don't even really think that matters at this point.
It
but,
does.
Well, it does.
They-
It's a little more
From what
stress.
I've seen, it matters.
The damn thing pops right off the ball joint, the whole upper control arm,
Did
and
we
it's
have an issue with
rust.
that one time too?
We've had a couple.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
GMC that came in.
Yeah.
Yeah, the GMC came in after
That's
we put a
crazy.
6-inch lift. He drove it for probably 10,000 miles, and the ball
Maybe.
joint literally separated from
Just popped
the
out.
control arm.
And it was rusty.
Yes, it was like there wasn't even any grease there, that the boot had separated from it. That was pretty bad. It
Yeah.
could have been way worse than it was.
Right.
Luckily, it just happened to him while he was sitting there. But
Right. So BDS and Zone.
I don't know about BDS yet. They haven't fully released theirs with the control arms necessary. Zone, the only way they sell their kits anymore are with control arms.
Well, no, the lift kits though, they're all control arms, every single one of them. I don't know about the leveling kit that they
Yeah.
got. I didn't look.
Yeah.
But like they're 3.5. No, they don't have one for it. It's a
that's right.
three and a half inch coilover that we're doing on
Yep.
friend's truck soon. The 4-inch kit, which isn't out quite yet, which needs to hurry up about that. They're waiting on control arms. And then the 6-inch kit, all of them come with new
control
upper
arms.
control arms.
Yeah,
it
to
makes a
replace
kit
the factory junk.
problem.
Yeah. Because that's the issue that they're having with them.
Right.
I mean, I read one thing that the AT4s and the Trail Bosses,
Are
they
they
sit 2
different?
inches higher or 1.5 inches higher, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
And they are a different suspension.
To an
However,
extent.
they use the same control arm on that as they do the AT4. So when we lift an AT4 or Trail Boss, we are putting that control arm way out. And that's why now all the Trail Boss kits and the AT4 kits are coming with control arms.
Mhm.
Because it's the same control arm as what is on the standard models.
Yep. And then
Like,
wheel falls off, straight to jail.
yes, yep. And so, yeah, that's a big one. I mean, with the Chevys too, like the front bumper design, putting it
Okay.
in between the fenders.
That is stupid.
And I know there is a major issue with this, but I don't know what the issue is. But you know how every time we see a Chevy half-ton come in here, the
Are you gonna say what
bottom
you have to say?
fender is messed up?
Every single
How?
one.
What are you hitting?
Every single one. It's a scrape
It's
or
the
a
same
dent.
spot.
Same spot.
The bottom of the fender, right by the bumper.
Driver's
what are
side.
you hitting?
Is it driver's side
Passenger
or passenger side?
What are you
Passenger
hitting?
side. Seriously, I cannot
Please tell me what you're hitting.
Yeah,
because I
have
don't
no clue.
know.
We've never figured it out, and I can
Every
say
single
at
one.
minimum I've seen probably 8 of them that have came through here that had damage in the exact same spot.
Yeah. I would say probably 70% of the new body style Chevys
That we
half
see.
tons that we see
They have some sort of damage.
some sort of damage. Passenger side, down on the bottom, on that.
Which, once again, what are you hitting? The bumper would be there normally, but
you don't have a bumper there.
yeah, like I just don't get
That's
it.
genius.
But and then you're like,
let's not put a bumper where a bumper needs to be. That's
yeah,
that,
the fender.
it's a good
ain't it.
idea.
That's not impact resistant.
not really. No.
No.
No. Where's your 5-mile-an-hour bumpers?
Yeah. But like, and then you go to the aftermarket side of things, and some companies straight up cut the fender to fully replace that side.
Mm-hmm.
It's a brand new truck. Like, I don't want to cut my fender
Personally,
but I
I
have
wouldn't buy
to.
one.
Oh no, I will.
I
Like,
wouldn't buy one.
if I bought one, it would have to be the GMC that at least has some bumper underneath it.
I think Dodge and Ford got everybody webbed.
Yeah, they really do. They really do.
I-
As much as
Ram,
I still
Ram,
say,
excuse me.
I still say I really would like an AT4. I just love the way that they freaking look. But ride quality
Yeah,
wise, you
that
can't
too.
beat the Ram and the Ford right now.
Okay, so good conversation about truck design flaws, and I'm gonna shit on GM once again.
Damn, GM's just getting it today.
Change the 3/4 and 1 ton goddamn suspension already. It's been a torsion bar from goddamn
What the heck are they
88.
going to change to? At this point, you've done it for so long. What are you going to change to?
I don't know, coilovers.
It ain't going to be independent.
No, yeah, we do coilover conversions all the time. Why can't they just do that?
I don't think they're going to do that.
They need to do that.
Oof. I don't think they will put a strut on a 3/4 ton.
Why wouldn't you?
I don't know.
Because they ride rough if you do anything to them. Not necessarily. They
If
just
you do it right.
if you do it right, it should ride pretty close to factory. But torsion bars, I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna leave it there.
Sound angry.
I feel like you got
I am.
more.
Yeah. What'd you
Oh.
find?
Nothing.
What?
I didn't find a single thing.
You didn't do any research, did you?
On this specific portion of it, no.
No,
That's why
I
I've
go-
been
I
letting
go
you
figure.
guys talk about it.
Go figure.
The only other thing that I had is what I've dealt with personally on my F-150 is the
Locks?
driver's door latch.
Uh-huh.
It sucks. In the winter, when it's so cold, it just decides not to close.
And then you got a ratchet strap into the other door to drive it to
I
work.
feel like that was pretty ingenuitive. I literally wrapped a ratchet strap around the handle of the passenger side and then the handle of the driver's side, ratcheted the driver's door close, and then drove to work.
Ooh, we in the
Door
ghetto.
doing this the whole time I'm driving. But it worked, and now I keep a ratchet strap in my truck for that reason. Because when it gets cold, it decides not to latch. And there is a recall for it in the 15 to 17s,
Not the 18s.
but I have an 18, and it's still happening 18 to 20. Now, I don't know about the new body style if they changed it, but 18 to
You would hope
20s are
so.
still having it. The 15 to 17s, they had a recall, and I'm like, why wouldn't you extend that recall? It's the same freaking latch.
I don't know.
That
They
irks
let
me.
you hang in.
I don't
It
know.
irks me. That is,
Most people keep straps to tie stuff down, not to keep your doors closed.
it is. It's pretty ratchet.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's ratchet.
Yep. Yep. It's, yeah. I don't really like it, but if that's my one flaw with that truck, I'm okay with it.
Is that
So
the only thing you've ever seen wrong with that one?
Dude, I've never even had it in the shop other than an oil change. That truck, I'm less than 1,000, which, cool fact, I am going to, if my math is correct, averaging what I'm going to drive until I leave for Colorado, I will be on engineer pass when I go out of warranty.
nice, 36,000 miles.
36,000 miles. I
Ghetto.
will be on. Yeah. That's the first vehicle I've
Piece
ever
of
ran
junk.
out of warranty. First vehicle I've ever ran out of warranty.
Either it has no warranty to begin with, or I trade out of it before.
No, I won't trade out of it yet. But
Never had issues with it at all either.
No, I really haven't. Just the latch. I mean, we had that boost issue where it would overboost when I was messing around doing stupid stuff.
Yeah.
But I think that was more due to the tune that's on it. Because once we talked to them and got the tune, I don't want to say rewritten, but updated, I haven't had that issue since.
Right.
So you go out of warranty on engineer pass. Has anyone tried to contact you about your car's extended warranty at all?
Yeah, dude popped out of a tire the other day. No, I won't get one.
Yeah.
I won't get one.
I usually tell those
'Cause
guys
honestly,
what on my
I'll-
78 Buick.
Yeah. It's a little way past it.
No, I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep it outside of warranty, but I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see what happens once it's out of warranty.
This shit's been good so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a nice truck.
Yeah, I know. First brand new truck I've ever bought.
No.
Not my own, not the first brand new vehicle. I bought a Toyota Camry and drove it less than 1,000 miles. It sat in my
traded
parents'
it.
garage for 8 months. I bought a brand new Camry and drove it less than 1,000 miles in 8 months.
Oh God! Did you see those green wheels on that Jeep?
No,
Oh, hideous.
I did not see
Hideous.
it. I literally can see the body lines of cars. I cannot see the
Lime
all I saw.
green.
Ooh, wow! You see that hatch?
Yeah,
that was pretty clean.
EX.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
That's pretty clean.
Shawty
Anyways,
got a
back
fat
to
ass.
back to this. Brand new vehicles. You and Andrew are on the hunt for a new vehicle.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We are.
What?
We are.
So I know we kind of mentioned there's a possibility of a van, but I know you guys have been looking for SUVs.
Yes.
What, like,
Specifically, a Tahoe, obviously.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
What is it?
he was thinking that though.
I want to see it now.
We'll
What
see.
is it?
We'll see if you
No,
say it.
we'll go back to it. He
We'll
wrote
go
it
back.
down.
Okay.
So what? So you said Tahoe,
It's for space, or the Suburban, sorry.
Suburban.
Yeah.
What the hell you need a Suburban for? There's 4 of you.
Well, yeah, but we travel a lot.
Yeah,
we have
but
a lot
the
of
plane had
bags. We do a bunch of stuff. We just need a car with a lot of space. That's all it is. We
Fair
do a
enough.
lot of things.
I mean,
We go-
I don't even have kids, and I want a Tahoe.
on the weekends we do a lot of stuff. We either go to the lakes or we pack up everything we need to be out there all day.
Yeah. What other? I mean, other ones that you're looking at other than the Tahoe, or are you guys pretty much at this point switched to a van?
I can confidently say that my wife has switched over to a van. That's all she's been looking at lately.
Really?
Yeah. And then I showed her that
So it's
video
gonna be a
of the
van,
Toyota.
no SUV.
if
yeah.
you buy a van, you gotta buy one that's all-wheel drive. You have 2 options.
I would say there's not many options.
Chrysler Pacifica
The new ones are all-wheel
Yeah.
drive now.
Yeah.
and
Toyota
Toyota
Sienna.
Sienna.
Yep.
And
Which the
that's- I showed her the
Toyota
video we
Sienna.
looked at. Remember that
We
one?
watched a video the other day
There's a
about it.
freaking cooler in it.
You had me sold. You had me sold. The guy, I got to give props to the guy that did the review. That was one of the best vehicle reviews I've ever
It has
seen.
power outlets where you can do your
It's got
popcorn
vacuum in it.
It has a vacuum in it. What's the vacuum? What was it? The best. But
No,
there's a
Pacific-
vacuum in it.
No, hold on,
Pacifica
hold on.
did have the vacuums. Too.
This dude
I don't know
was
if they
trying to
still-
vacuum up popcorn, and it wouldn't even pick it up.
He had to like
He
put
like
it on
shoved
there.
it in there.
But whatever. It had the integrated cooler in it too. Where you can
That
put
was
cool
sweet.
drinks in there.
Yep. Yep.
The way when he sat down, like which one's the one that you can recline all the way back? Was that the Sienna too? Remember there was one
Yeah,
that you
the
could.
Sienna
it
that he
became
just-
a
he-
fucking
It has 24 inches of travel in the seats.
yeah.
So it can go
forward, all the
from
way back.
the farthest back point to the farthest forward. There's 2
That's fancy
feet.
shit.
yeah.
2 feet.
How much money?
It was the
We're
most
at
expensive.
42, 45.
Yeah, it was the most
Yeah.
expensive one.
But it was only 45 for the most expensive one.
No, it was closer to 50.
Limited.
For the limit, I think it was closer to 50 because the other ones that you were looking at were low 40s. Like the Odyssey was like 45.
yeah.
I sold a Chrysler Pacifica. I shit you not for $56,000.
When?
What the hell was on it?
Everything.
Yeah, but
Two-
like what was on it? Because you haven't been in the car game for a while, so that's expensive for a Pacifica.
Yeah. So
What year was this?
2017, like right when they came out.
Wow.
Right when they came out.
The new body style.
It,
yeah.
So they had rigid vacuums. That was the vacuum that was in it. It was a rigid vacuum, and that thing you could take the hose everywhere. It had that.
Was
had,
it long enough to reach the front of the vehicle? Because they were in the back, weren't they?
Oh yeah.
It was all the way in the back in the cargo area,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
Power folding seats. Power stow and go second row, if I'm not
The
mistaken.
ones that go in the floor.
go
Yeah.
in
Right.
the floor.
Power, huh?
Power.
Damn. That's
You
what
still had to
That's what we
manually
had
pull
at
the
the-
thing up, but it was nice when the stow and go. You have to push the front seats up. Well, they have buttons on the side of the door, and you press the button, and it pushes the seats forward, so you can do that. And then you hit it, and it knows where it was, and brings you right back.
Wow, okay.
The Uconnect screen connected to the 10 or 12-inch touchscreens on the backside of the seat, so you could control everything. Even like your kids, you could shut them off.
Did it have? So this is a question that I have for most new vehicles too. So if it had the headrest DVD screens, whatever. If it had the headrest ones, did it still have the overhead?
So, yes, no.
No. So I've seen,
and they're not in the headrest. They were a huge touchscreen that was in the back of the seat. They were so big. So they.
See, that's my thing. Is if you're sitting in the back, like I gotta think, if I'm a kid and I'm sitting in the back row.
They did. I'm sorry.
It had the flip up.
It had
down?
one for the third row.
It flipped down.
It flipped down. Yeah.
Okay, that's always been my question because I see like the Tahoes and the Suburbans, and they have them in the headrest or on the headrest, whatever you want to say. But I'm like, dude, if I was sitting in the back row, if I gotta watch diagonally to see the screen, I'm like, why can't it just be right here?
I think it was some weird number, but I think it was 21 speakers, Harman and Kardon sound system.
Yeah, another big selling point was the gas mileage on that.
Yeah,
I mean, we took it on 10 hours. It was fucking nuts, yeah.
Oh, the Pacifica.
Oh, yeah, that's because you guys rented one.
Oh, you took a Pacifica?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you took a Pacifica.
Yeah. It was a 19 Pacifica.
Well, I'm trying to sell you a Pacifica.
Yeah.
He's already sold. He's had it.
Yeah, Andrew was sold on it. It was
awesome.
awesome.
The one you drove all-wheel drive?
Probably
I don't think so, no. No,
I think
it
it's
was a
20.
See, that's going to make a difference in the gas mileage.
Yeah.
That's going to make a difference in the gas
But
mileage.
they
take a hit?
Because it's there's more moving parts.
The front wheel drive ones though, surprisingly, I drove one for a demo.
They're still going to get around fine.
Yeah, and plus all you need is some Blizzaks or something on the front.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Honestly, the thing is around here to really get into snow that front wheel drive is going to suck. Like
you probably
aren't going anywhere anyways.
Right.
Up and down the street.
Like you living off of 370.
That gets
you'll
plowed
never
first.
You'll never be in an issue where that's going to get stuck because you're going to be able to be on a plowed road all the time.
Right.
Like
save yourself a little money, buy a year-old one. One that's a year-old.
All-wheel drive is nice, but you're almost never going to use it.
7 months out of the year doesn't matter if you have it or not. Okay.
Yeah.
You'll sacrifice 2 to 3 miles a gallon.
Maybe more. And it's going to cost more.
It's going to cost more, and you're limited to what options you can get.
Right.
Have you looked at any other ones other than the Sienna and the
Pacifica?
Yeah.
No, the Odyssey I wasn't a fan of.
Dude,
it looks
like
just
the look of it.
janky. Yeah, right.
Dude.
The front end just.
And we also have a review on it. It wasn't very good.
Another one that I just remember that we are looking at is the Kia. What the fuck is it?
No, we're already on vans.
Kia, whatever it's called. Carnival. Yeah.
Oh.
See,
that one
everyone keeps talking about the hype on that one. I don't know why anybody's talking about that over the Sienna.
That's the one that the seats go all the way back and recline.
Yes.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. I watched that
The
one.
Sienna had a ton of travel too, didn't it? Though.
Yeah, but yeah.
Oh, you're right. This one reclines. The Sienna just moves.
And it had the fucking foot things too that went up with you.
Yep.
And I mean they're.
But honestly, do you want your kids to be that comfortable while you're driving?
Exactly. It's your kids that are sitting back there, not you.
I was gonna say, you're not benefiting from it.
Well, I mean, they're in the car seat. They'll never fucking use it.
You know,
but
when
I bring my friends and we're all going on a ride. Wouldn't you guys love that?
Yeah, but how many times am I
would
going to ride
sit in a Pacifica too and lean the seat back. I'd be
I'm gonna be honest. I've ridden in your vehicle twice.
Well,
we're not friends.
You know what though? Yeah, I would. I was gonna say if I had to ride in your vehicle again though, I would sit in the back. Yeah, I would volunteer sitting in the back.
That's like Don's Tahoe.
I sit in the back of that every time I can.
Yeah, I was watching Top Gun. He's got both sound system cranked all the way up.
Yep.
Intro, Top Gun, driving down the road, 70 miles an hour. Perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, but no SUVs now.
I don't think so. I think she's sold on.
Really?
Not even the
eventually will.
Kia Telluride?
No.
Okay.
Really?
I thought he was on that.
No, it's not a third row. And if it is a third row.
So if you get a van, can we lift it?
Hell no.
Come on.
It has to be like one of those Sprinter vans.
No, like Traxton makes kits for like the Odyssey. I think they make it for the Sienna. They don't make it for the Pacifica though.
I don't think so.
Why not?
No,
you know how
for a
cool it would
lifted
be?
van.
I mean, no one really has a use for a lifted van anyways, but...
Not really.
I'd still...
A lowered van would be pretty sweet, but we're not in California.
What features do you have to have? in a vehicle. I know we said the vacuum, but you don't.
I don't
need
really
that.
need that.
Yeah,
No.
who
You don't
cares
need
about
the
a vacuum?
cooler.
I mean, my features aren't that
The cooler would
specific.
be kind of nice.
All I need is just enough space, gas mileage.
And that's it.
That's about it. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not too like picky about certain things. Yeah. It's just,
well,
is it a safe car? Is it reliable? Is it gonna
Yeah.
get me here and there?
we'll
Is it
have
gonna
to
break the
talk
bank?
about that another time as
We'll
you
get
guys
into
get
it.
farther into it and figure out something. Who knows? We might talk you into lifting it, but
Who knows?
Or we might find a Tahoe that we like. We're like, well, we're going with this one.
then
instead.
we're lifting it.
And then we're doing
Yeah.
something with that
So.
one. Yeah.
Well, I think
That
that's
is,
it today.
I was gonna say we're coming up on time here, so yeah, he wrote down Telluride.
I was honestly expecting like something.
No,
I was expecting like an Escalade or something in there with rims, but
Nope.
that's not what he wrote down.
so we're up on time now. We got to get to work. So,
Phones are
like I
ringing
said, this
already.
is. I think we're probably gonna call this off-roadish.
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 We'll talk about off-road stuff-ish.
Yes.
Yep. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more content here. In the next coming week, we're going to be getting my truck ready for the Overland trip, so that'll be a video in itself.
Yep. Make sure to
And we
watch
got
that, yeah.
Nick Sheray's truck that's getting wrapped for us here as a new promotion vehicle. So that's going to be a pretty exciting video as well. So other than that, off-road to shout.
Yeah.